Hey there. Welcome to the Color Clinic, where we specialize in all things color. I assume that you are here for your color preference examination today. Okay. Good. So, what that entails, today we are just going to be doing a few tests. And at the end of those tests, we will be able to determine your favorite color. Yeah. Does that sound good? Okay, great. They're all super easy tests, nothing to worry about. Nothing at all to worry about. So, before we get started on those tests, I just have a few questions so I can begin to build a sort of profile for you, and a few of these questions will come into play later when determining your color preference. Okay? Great. So, as usual, we are going to start with your name. Okay. And how do you spell that last name? All right. And your email? That's okay. At gmail.com. Okay. And your phone number? Okay, good. Thank you. And between your email and your phone number, do you have a best method of contact there? Okay, you would prefer your email. Got it. And your address as well? Okay. I'm assuming it's in this state, right? Okay. Yeah, well, we get a few people from maybe out of town, but we've never had any out-of-staters before. Hopefully in the future. Have you ever taken a color preference test before? Oh, yes? Good. Where was that? Oh, just down the street? Oh, okay. Yeah, we usually don't recommend that our clients go to that one. We feel as if their tests aren't quite as exact and well sought out as ours are here. We are happy you're here with us today. You will get a much better result than if you were to go down the street again. But just for our records, what was your color preference when you took the exam down there? Okay, I see. Could you, for me, pick the closest match to that on this chart for me? About right here. Okay, I thought so. They're okay. Right. So I'll just jot that down. Okay. All right. Do you have a self-determined color preference, a color that you believe is your favorite color, but you haven't been tested for? Okay. And has this preference changed in the past, say, 2 years? Okay. All right. So, what color do you feel like you look your best in? Okay. And what color or colors do you usually end up wearing? Okay. And what is the color of your favorite article of clothing? Okay. And what color, if you do own one, is your car? Okay. And what color is your phone case? Okay. Yes, your phone case, not your actual phone. Those choices are unfortunately limited, so we go with the phone case. Where is your ideal vacation location? Okay, and your favorite season? Sorry. Okay, and what is your second favorite season? Okay, and last one here. If you could live anywhere, choosing between a city or a suburb or a more rural area, which one of those would you choose? Okay. Okay. Excellent. So we'll go ahead and move on to our tests for your eyes. I will probably be pausing to take notes in between, so don't mind me writing. I have all the test materials laid out here in front of me. Okay, so the first test that I have, the first 3 tests are just going to be making sure that you aren't colorblind or color impaired in any way, okay? So for this first test, I have some plates, and I just want you to tell me the number that you see, okay? All right. First plate here. What is this number? Okay, very good. And this number. Okay, very good. And this number. Okay, very good. And this number. Okay. And how about this number? Okay. And last, this number. Okay. Very good. Just set those aside here. Now for the next test, I have these 2 rows of colors, all the same basic color, just in different hues. And what I want you to do for me is to rank these colors in terms of darkest to light, with darkest being 1 and lightest being 10. I believe there are 10 different hues here. Okay, so just go ahead and start. You can point. Okay, very good. And our last test here, I have 4 different circles, and I just need you to point to the circle that is made up of a singular color. So which of these circles is a singular color? Okay, very good. Perfect. So I'm not detecting any issues with your vision, and that means we can go ahead and move on with our examination. So our next test, I will be showing you a few collections of images. These are going to be black and white images, and what I want you to do for me is just take a look and let me know your favorite image as well as your second favorite image. Okay? So here's our first collection of images. We have a nice chocolate bar down here. We have a gemstone right here on the bottom. We have a pleasant frog down here. We have a ballet slipper over here. In the middle here, we have a award ribbon. Up top, we have a traffic cone. On this side, we have a beautiful rose. And on this side, we have a buzzing bee. So if you could, let me know your favorite image and your second favorite image. Okay, very good. Let me take some notes. Okay, now we have our second collection of images. Here, if you could take a look for me. We have a ladybug, a basketball, a block of cheese, a pod of peas, a swimming shark, a mushroom, a flamingo, and a beautiful butterfly down here in the corner. So, which image is your favorite, and which is your second favorite? Okay, good. Get that written down. Okay, and we have our third and final collection of images. If you could take a look right here. We have an acorn in this corner, a happy pig in the middle, a bunch of grapes to the side, some blades of grass in the middle, some raindrops, a pumpkin, a fire over here, and a rubber duck on the side. So if you could tell me which image is your favorite and which is your second favorite. Okay, perfect. Excellent, good. So, on to our next test. I have a few more black and white images for you. These are going to be single pictures, and I just want you to imagine if these images were a color, if you could make them a color. What color would that be? So try to decide quickly, maybe whatever color comes to your mind first, and go ahead and let me know what you've decided, okay? Okay, this is our first image. It's of a t-shirt. So if you could make this t-shirt any color, what would that be? Okay. Our next image is of a monster. It has horns, sharp teeth. If you could make this monster any color, what color would that be? Okay, good. Let me write those two down before I forget. Okay, for our next image, this is a spider. 8 legs, of course, a pair of pincers. What color do you believe this spider should be? Okay, good. And of course, there are no wrong answers here. Next image I have for you is of a lovely cupcake. So if you could make this cupcake any color, what would that be? Okay. Very nice. Okay. Next image. I have a car here. So if you could make this car any color, what would that be? Okay, very good. And the last image I have here is of a clock. So what color should this clock be? Okay. Excellent. You're done with that test. Set that to the side here. And record your last few answers here. Okay. So, next test. I have this image of 3 squares. So 1, 2, 3. And I just want you to tell me which of these 3 squares do you prefer. We have this black square. We have this gray, sort of in the middle square. And then we have a plain white square. So, which one of these? This white. Okay, very good. Okay. Next, what I'm going to show you is a few images, and they are really almost all the same image, just with slight differences. So if you could just tell me which image you prefer out of the two that I present to you, okay? So first, we have these two images. This is image number 1, and this is image number 2. So if you could tell me if you prefer image number 1 or image number 2. Number 1 and number 2. Okay, number 1. Okay. And again, this is the same image, just with slight variations. If you could tell me if you prefer image 1 or image number 2. So this is number 1. And this is image 2. 1 and 2. One again. Okay. Very good. Right. Okay. So let me just take a look at your results so far here. Alright, so we have this image number 1. We have 30, all these answers right there. Okay. That one right there. Okay. Okay. Alright. So, alright. I believe I have an idea of your color preference here already from these results. But of course, I need to get a little bit more specific to really zone in on your color preference. So these next few questions are going to be a little bit more specific. So, and based off of your answers to the previous questions. So I have here several samples of colors, and I'm going to have you take a look at each of these samples here. And I also have this scale that we are going to be using. I'm sure you've seen it before. It's a very basic happy, neutral, and sad scale. So I'm going to show you a color, and you are going to tell me on this scale how that color makes you feel. Okay? All right. All right. About this color card. Okay. And this color card. Okay. And this color card. All right. And this color card. Excellent. And this one right here. Okay. And two more. This one. Okay. And this color card. Okay. Good. So that just confirmed my findings a little bit. So I'll just continue on with the rest of the tests here. Shuffling a few things around. Okay. So I'm going to be showing you a few more color samples here. Let me just find the ones I need. Okay. Okay. Right. Okay. There we go. So for this portion of the color card tests, I'm going to have you look straight at the color, and I'm going to be measuring the dilation of your pupils as you look straight at the color. Okay, so we can go ahead and start with this one. Look straight here for me. Just going to get a little close here. Okay, good. Okay. And let's look straight here. Okay. All right. And look here again. Okay. Looks about right. Okay. And lastly, right here, okay. All right. So we are almost done here for the last portion of your examination. I'm going to break out some of the pigments that we have in-house. I'm just going to be swatching a few of those for you, okay? Just to get your thoughts. Okay. So, here's the first one we have here. So if you could think back for me to our happy, neutral, sad scale and rank what you see on that, okay? So how do we feel about this shade? Okay. Good. And another one here for you. Okay. And if you could take a look at this, how do we feel about that shade compared to the last shade? Okay. Good. Good. Let me break open another chest of pigments here. So we don't like to waste the pigments that we have. They're very expensive, so we always wait till the final round of our testing to show these to our clients. Okay. How do we feel about this shade compared to the previous shades? Okay. How about that shade? Shade right here compared to these previous shades. Okay. Very good. And I believe I have one last pigment to show you. It's in another trunk here. Okay. So, how do we feel about that shade compared to the rest of the shades? Okay, good. Just as I suspected, but we want to make sure, of course. That other clinic down the street, I assure you, would not be as thorough as we like to be in our examination. They would not. They would send you packing with the wrong color. Absolutely. So just packing up the pigments here. Okay. So I believe I have everything I need to determine your personal color preference. And again, I want to thank you so much for choosing us to help you determine your color preference today. So, looking at all of your results here, I am very confident that, ready, this shade is your personal color preference. How do we feel? Good. Good. Our tests are very good at what they do. So, in our system, we have this registered as Beverly Lilac. Okay, this is just a slightly warmer tone than a regular lilac would have. Okay, but still pretty close. It's beautiful, light, warm purple, perfect spring color. Right. So let me go ahead and scan that color. Alright, this is hooked up to our system. So that's going to give me some values for your color that I'm going to share with you today. So if you want to use this color in your personal activities like signage or any sort of design, you have the tools, the resources to do so from us. So in our system, this color has an H value of 277, an S value of 20, a B value of 86. Of course, that S and that B value, those are both percentages, and the H value right there is a degree. Okay, and following that 86, this color's R value is 203. Its G value, 176. Its B value, 220. Its L value, 75. Its A value, 16. B value, -19. A C value of 18%. An M value of 32%. A Y value of 0%. And a K value of, again, 0%. And the code for this number, again in all lowercase, is going to be C B B O D C. Alright, so that will be in your profile, as well as the email that we send you after your appointment today, a summary of your appointment. That will all be in there. Of course, as well as a picture of your color preference that we have landed on today. So I will send that shortly after you leave me. I'll just need to type all of this up. Okay? But other than that, you are done with your examination. So I hope you are very satisfied with your results today. And again, I can't thank you enough for choosing our color clinic. We here are the experts on all things color, and I hope you come back to visit us for other tests and examinations. And I'll provide a list of those in your summary email. Okay. Well, have a great rest of your day, and I hope to see you very, very soon.